Okay, how's it going everyone? Extra here. Doing a couple of analyses. I'm going to be doing both of the Queensland sets just because, I don't know, lumping them in makes it easier, I suppose. So, Bigfatelli versus Jaice and Gus versus Shitashi. Now, unfortunately, my headphone mic is dead, so I'm using my laptop mic, and I've got a bit of a cold, so this is going to be a extremely poverty analysis. And for those of you who haven't seen my other videos, yeah, I'm on a kind of a shitty laptop, so the quality isn't that great. But that doesn't really matter. Let's get into it. Gonna see how far I can get this volume down. There we go, that should be good enough. Oh god, what have I done? Oh no. Oh crap. Oh fuck. Okay, there we go, We're good? Okay, we're back into it. Cool. So, Wolf Isabel. Not very good for Isabel, I imagine. I don't think she's a very good character in general. Pretty standard so far. You should just be able to ledge trap her forever. This was like, I don't really know why you went for this. As Wolf, you should just kind of just be chilling and naring out of shield until you know that they're going to do something different. That was just like a pointless read that you got punished for. And as far as things goes, you can just kind of laser her a lot of the time. You don't really have to be too scared of pocketed laser, like it won't kill you. So, yeah, you can just kind of out-camp her, honestly. Bit unlucky there. Oh, also the reflector is great. Pretty predictable approach here, as far as things go. As Wolf, you're expected to just like jump in on people with nairs like this, so this wasn't really going to ever hit Jaice, because if you think about it, his positioning was such that you just like, well, you could never hit this because he's under the platform. Like, he's under the platform here, so if you come down with a nair, you'll either land on the platform or just like miss him, and he has more than enough time to react. Get the grab.
Hello, Harry. How you doing?
Fishing rod is not very useful.
Okay, we're in Grand Finals Game 1. Yeah, this is not a Grand Finals I think we've ever seen before, right? No, don't say that.
It's been alright.
No, honestly, I don't think we've seen this before. This is exciting. Ooh. Yeah, Brenton?
Should have gone straight up.
I was going to say, he's in
Unfortunate SD, but you should be able to get the kill pretty quickly here. You can just kind of like nair her at the ledge and you should be fine. But, yeah. Bit unfortunate. Oof. It's a lot of damage.
And he's got Najima's number as well.
There you go, you got the kill. As far as things go with Wolf, I find that as long as you get like one kill around 70%, you can kind of just run away with the rest of the game. Like, that's all he needs, because his moves are so safe. Alright, backing off a bit. What I'm noticing of Jaice here is that he'll just shoot a bunch of things at you, and then he'll read your jumps, and try and do like a full hop nair, which is pretty safe, because if you're not calling him out for that, like if you're not staying on the ground to punish him, and you're actually jumping, then he can just kind of chuck those out whenever he wants. Bit unlucky there.
This game he's kind of found his main. But he still wants to be like that guy, but I feel like he should just stick with it.
Overall, pretty solid. I feel like this next stock is pretty important though. Ooh. Going for the raw grab. A little bit desperate. Jaice hasn't really been shielding at all. He's always moving. So going for the raw grab is just like not great decision making. And rinse repeat. I would have air dodged to the ledge rather than get hit by the fishing rod again. Nice recovery. Eventually. And then what did you do here? Oh god, my internet. Yeah, he was never going to be there. That F smash, that down smash has too low lag. You're getting very, very aggressive here for like no real reason. Like that down air, it kind of gives up. Like, you can afford to give up that stage control, I guess, but it was also never going to hit if you think about it. Oof. Alright, you're definitely approaching way too much in this matchup from what I can tell. That's cute, I guess. But, and yeah, he's just capitalizing on you kind of being lazy. So, what I want to say about the first game is, just because he has the lead, and just because he's playing a character that traditionally has to approach, or you have to approach them, doesn't mean you have to approach all the time. You can shoot lasers at him because him pocketing a laser isn't, like, as I said, it's not that big of a deal. And especially, like, once he's pocketed one of them, you can, like, if you think he's going to throw it, you can reflect it back. You can just, like, I guess you can shoot another laser at him. Like, you can just camp him more as well. But overall, like, yeah, just way, way, way too eager to approach, too eager to just jump in at him when he's constantly moving backwards. So I would have liked to see a little bit more laming, to put it nicely. Just chill out a little bit more. Don't panic when you lose a stock lead, because Jaice is really good at capitalizing on that. And going into game 2. I think I watched a little bit of this before starting this, and yeah, I do remember the Fox. So overall, yeah, once again, it should be a pretty strong matchup for Fox, honestly. You should just essentially ledge trap him to death, which I feel like you should have been doing with Wolf, but you were a bit too eager to go off stage and chase him and go for, like, jank kills, when you can really just, like, wait for Isabel to do whatever. Like, she doesn't have anything good off the ledge. Yep, call out. You're just shooting. Nice punish. I don't really know what Jaice was going for there, like, if you think about it. Like, the fishing rods are not really ever going to hit anything, and you could have just jumped up onto the platform and shot more lasers at him. But instead you go for the strong punish. Running into slingshots. Dash to shield is way worse in this game, so you can't just, like, once again, like, you can't just, like, run up shield as well as Smash 4, so you have to be way more prepared for this. Just, like, reflect it, dude. Caught your dash attack. Nice tomahawk. This should just be pretty free as far as ledge traps go. Like, Isabel, she doesn't really have anything to get off. Well, that was alright, I guess. Just calls out your full hop back air with the turnips. You do full hop a lot at the ledge, and I think, like, with Wolf that kind of screwed you because he would just never jump into your back air, but with Fox it's a little bit better.
Yeah, that was Brenton was trying to cover that. He had it locked down at the ledge, but Jaice sneaked his way back in and he's starting to rack up the damage.
Jaice not really committing. Oof. Alright, second time he's done full hop down air from the ledge. I'd like to see you punish this next time. Fishing rod.
He's getting punished here at the ledge. Nice little mix up beside me on stage. There's 1% between these boys right now. Oh boy. Oh boy.
This should be dead.
He's got to go low.
He didn't really need to do that, but oh well. You live.
Tricky business.
This is just like whoever gets the first stock, like, it's just fishing at this point.
I thought he was going to jab up smash. Still like 1% between them. They're at 150.
Nice grab again. That's not dead, right? No.
Almost. Maybe the next one's holy moly.
And the third, he gets you with it 3 times in a row. You should have just been, like, waiting and punishing him for this. And wow, that killed at the stage. Alright, how are you going to get a kill? I'd really like to see you stay patient here rather than overextend, so I hope it doesn't happen, like you don't go for anything dumb off stage. Because that's just unnecessary at this point. Yep, there you go. I feel like in this scenario, rather than doing the dash away, like if you want to be really cute, you could just parry that and then up tilt or whatever. But that is hard to do. Again, like, yeah, like the nair is too low land lag for you to do a full foxtrot away and then get a punish. Not much big damage.
Not enough, only 20. Both players are still kind of dancing around. No one's really starting to run away with things yet. It's been very tough.
I'm noticing you're a lot more patient with Fox, a lot more willing to play the neutral. I want to see more of this with Wolf. Like, don't just jump in and neutral air. Don't just, like, try and fight. Even though he's got big hitboxes, you know, it's good to just, like, sit back and chill. Especially since Jaice hasn't been using much pocket.
Yeah, dodge.
Especially in situations like these, you're much more willing to disengage. Like, you just hit the single up tilt and then run off, rather than rather than try and pressure his shield too much and get punished for it.
Interesting. Using the neutral.
Jaice feels like he's a little bit out of his element here, just because you're not sort of running into him as much.
This could be bad.
Okay, Jaice is in a bad position.
Oh, mama.
Up smash. Oh!
Had the read.
Up smash out of shield there. Jaice landed.
Yeah, he's very reliant on you running into his moves, and you're not giving him that just because Fox's mobility sort of... You can whiff punish way easier. Called out there. Not a huge deal. You should be fine here.
He has a jump.
Oh, this could be.
Oh,
He did. He saved
Oh,
his
nice
shot.
aim.
He kind of didn't really need to go for that. He could have just waited here. So you did get a little bit lucky, but
Oh, this could
yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Sometimes, you know, stuff happens. It was a good angle too.
That was a sick recovery.
That's a good angle.
He's got the thing on the ground, so he's pretty safe here. Good on you for not committing.
That's how it is.
Oh, no.
Reflect. Not dead. Ooh, I think he could have done a double jump up air and it probably would have killed him here. Because that's one jump. Yeah, maybe that was a double jump off ledge. I don't know.
Good.
But yeah, I feel like you probably could have sniped him out of the air with that, but no big deal.
Just pummel him, dude. Bang, bang.
There we go. Your ledge trapping is also like a lot more consistent with Fox. You don't really rely on like the hard reads that you were going for with Wolf. You just kind of like stay patient. You know, if he neutral get ups, you just grab him. You know, you don't try and overextend. You don't try and go for like super hard jump reads.
Stock lead.
Okay.
And I feel like that's been helping you a bit more.
Alright, Jason's not going to let this go so easy.
Yeah.
This is where things really
Yep,
start.
just patient. Your movement does feel a little bit stiff with Fox, I'd have to say. Like,
Got a little greedy with the pummels.
you're just a bit slow overall, just kind of like waiting for him to whiff punish. So if he plays a character that's like faster than Isabel,
By any means.
or pressures you more than Isabel, I'd be worried. And I think he does go to Peach.
Oh,
Oh, Jaice is trying to seal
dude, there's
things
so
out.
much pressure by Brenton.
It's slipping away.
Yeah, Jaice is just out of his element.
He's still looking cool, calm, collected though.
Nice jump, full hop jump to get away from that.
Oh, that down air. He gets back
Got hit by the full hop down air again.
in time. Dude,
This would, like, just taking this in for the next game, because you've pretty much got this in the bag, you could stand to shield a bit more at ledge and just wait for him to do something. Because you're always jumping and he's just chucking out a button that intercepts that jump midair. And there you go, easy.
Okay, one on the board.
two stop on the board.
But yeah, main takeaway from this is that you play Fox very patiently, and I feel like
Winners finals.
you can play Wolf like that too, you know? You can just chill. You don't have to always be going in. You don't have to be super in their face, even though he's got those buttons.
3-1.
So,
Okay, so he's got one.
not necessarily anything wrong with your Fox. Having said that, it was like a bit slow, maybe a bit too proactive in terms of ledge trapping.
Last stock.
But, yep, here we go, the Peach.
Game 2 was last stock, Hyper Sands, but kind of messed up it here and there.
Okay.
And what stage are we going to?
Out the top tier character.
Town City. So this is mainly just a matter of who gets the first kill, because I feel like Jaice, he's very good at just sort of going hit for hit, sneaking in that first kill and then running away from it. So I just sort of want to see you not get desperate and try and land those kill confirms as much as possible, like the nair into up smash. Or just like whiff punish with up smash.
Everyone thinks he's the top tier character.
Alright, shoot the gun.
Peach.
This is straight out of melee.
Yeah, and if the Peach
Grab.
doesn't work out, he can always go Zelda as well.
Oof, very bad response, I feel. This felt very panicky.
Straight out of melee.
Yeah,
Air dodge,
if the Peach doesn't work out, he can
jump,
always go
air
Zelda.
dodge again.
Yep.
Alright, cut off ledge.
Oh, he's doing so
Aggressive response off ledge as well from Jaice. You're not dead, are you?
Back air.
No.
nice.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, he's doing so well with his dash dances to find his openings.
That was interesting there. The first.
One thing I feel is that you are very reliant on people actively like running in at you. Like a lot of your moves, they don't necessarily overshoot. Like this wasn't a dash attack that overshoots. This was a dash attack that was aiming directly at him, or like hoping he would run forward into it, and you just got hit because he didn't. Like Jaice is always retreating. He's always trying to move away. Like see, just drifted right outside the range and got the pivot grab.
First hit of up tilt didn't hit, but because Jaice down.
This is such a bad position.
Or down air, so.
Should be fine. No real reason to do this.
He's ready for that. He's racking up.
Recovering on stage with Fox is like, you weren't even like positioned to hit him. He threw the turnip up, so I guess you were scared that he would throw it directly at you if you tried to illusion the ledge. I can understand that.
He's ready for that. He's racking up big
This is very spaghetti. You're just panicking way too much in disadvantage with Fox. It feels like you're very, very uncomfortable. Like, here, I probably would have dipped low because he doesn't have a turnip, and his float, like, he was using float a decent amount, so it was probably about to run out. So you could go low on Firefox to ledge. Instead, yeah, just kind of getting a bit apprehensive. Reads the jump. Read the roll. I think if you see Jaice running at you... fuck it. If you see Jaice, like, running at you, you should just roll in on reaction. Because, like, if someone's running at you, like, full on in their... past their initial dash, they can't, like, turn around, really. And now he's lapped you. You can't punish that. Or you can, but you've got to be quicker about that.
That was a bad punish by Brenton. He's not quite used to like the bounce back on the shield.
Yeah, he's still swinging. He needs to change up this rhythm. Sends him out.
Well, again, what was this read? Is he going to be up there? Can Peach even, like, get up that high? Like, why would he jump up here? From what I see, you kind of go for jump reads on the, like, ledge trap scenario when you don't really need to, and I don't think Jaice has, like, really jumped into it. Like, he jumps when you don't go for these jump reads. So I would really, really reconsider, like, what you're aiming for. Yeah, and you get punished. And you should still be living here. Again, panicky, up smash. Would this have even killed? Like, you're on town and city. Like, he's got his double jump in the first place, and then he just gets a free punish. And dash attack. That was really, really good. That was, like, actually, like, a crazy interception. Alright, grab.
I still believe in the Bigfatelli.
Had the raid, but didn't quite get it. Alright, there we go, first stock. This isn't, like, undoable, you just need to get a ridiculously good string, and then kill him very, very early. Barry. Wow, you got jab reset. Let's see how he got this hit. Just didn't recognize that, like, a lot of Fox's moves are pretty, like, not safe on hit. Well, like, not that safe on hit at low percent, so he just ran into something. And then, yeah, pretty big damage. Jump from ledge. And SD. Alright, so, kind of a big mistake. But, whatever. So, overall, I just felt like when Jaice won neutral, he got so much off keeping you in disadvantage, whereas I feel like when you won neutral, like, what did you get? A lot of the time, you would just cop a nair in return because you used, like, the wrong move. Or he would just, like, jump away and just sort of hit you. So, yeah, you just gotta consider, like, I feel like your defensive options when you're on ledge are just very, very, very panicky and not well thought out. You can take time to just chill on the ledge for a little bit, see what he's gonna do, you know. You don't have to go in, like, right away.
Jaice lost a game.
And where are we?
You can beat Peach with Fox. You just gotta change it up.
Yeah, boys.
I think the Diddy Kong would have done terribly, so that's a fair choice.
Well, if he loses, I'm gonna say it was bad.
So in this matchup, I feel like it's mostly Peach on the baiting side, and Wolf trying to call out her movement with stuff like full hop nair, full hop fair, etc, etc, etc. And then, like, if you can ground her a bit, or, like, keep her out of the air, then you can sort of stop her from pulling turnips with lasers. If she gets a hit, then it can be really, really, really bad, because she can just, like, take that a mile. And then it just kind of comes down to, can you get that first kill? Once again, I feel like a lot of this game is just, can you get the first kill? And Peach, she has more kill moves than you, but you can kill her earlier with janky stuff.
Can he make it happen?
Decent start.
Or is he gonna
What was this nair covering? Nothing really.
dip, boys? Can he make it happen?
Like, this was the most I don't want to commit to anything nair ever. It's In no world does this nair hit anything. And then, yeah, he gets to pressure your shield for free with a turn-up throw. Again, he reads the jump. Jaice consistently reads jumps. I feel like you need to rethink your defensive options. Like, jumping out of shield is pretty common because it keeps you mobile and it's relatively non-committal. But you have to recognize that this is like, that's like what he's good at, is just constantly going for jump reads, and a lot of you just jump into it. Very, very panicky up close. Like, F-tilt, spot dodge, F-tilt, and everything missed. Like, you get the, do you get the hit? You get the hit on the shield, and then you F-tilt, he misses, and then you, yeah, spot dodge F-tilt again. So both of those F-tilts missing is, like, not a good sign for your up-close game. It feels very not well thought out, especially since you could have just retreated to center stage and not had to, like, play this up-close game, because Peach's frame data is better than yours. So she's gonna, like, chuck something out and you're gonna get hit a lot of the time. And again, just over the top. Why? In what world does that hit? From what I'm seeing, you're just chucking out a lot of... You're making a lot of reads. Like, this is a hard read that basically relied on him doing an air dodge when he had no reason to do an air dodge. If you have a read, then you have to actually make sure you're reading something, like you're reading some sort of habit, rather than just chucking something out and, you know, calling it a hard read, you know. And you don't get punished for it, but you get a bit lucky.
That F smash is really hard to punish. I feel like Brenton's really feeling the pressure here.
A lot of full hops.
Yeah, Brenton is actually wearing an earpiece.
I liked your weight on the ledge there. It's not necessarily bad, even though you got hit.
You know how many grand finals I've been in, kid? How many times I've been in a last
Ooh, drop shield.
hit situation?
Once again, like, did you try and jump out of shield here? Or did you, like, roll?
How many times?
I can't really be bothered doing frame in advance, but let's have a look. See if we can tell. So he hits your shield with the dare. Yeah, you try to jump. Again, you try to jump out of shield. You really have to rethink when you jump out of shield and when you roll or spot dodge, or just, like, sit in shield, you know, because that's clearly a panic option right there. And not dead.
Yeah, I think
Good punish. I think you could have gotten up air here, or you could have, like, chucked out an up smash or something to cover him, like, coming down with an aerial immediately.
he has more experience in
Yeah, he looks
pressure
so
situations.
cool, calm, and collected.
where Brenton is known to be
Should have been ready for this. Like, he's throwing the turnip up.
is known to be
You're literally right there. Don't attack.
he can
Whatever.
Starting to see some cracks there in his facial expressions.
Yeah.
Yep. Shouldn't be dead. Never mind, you fucked up the angle. So, once again, like, from your wolf, I'm just seeing, like, impatience. When your fox would, like, back off a little bit, or just, like, jump and try and bait out something, you just go in for the attack, and you're not grabbing enough to compensate for the amount of times you're hitting his shield with unsafe stuff. So, either, if you're going to, like, be aggressive and hit buttons, make sure more of them are grabs. Like, be confident in your reads, go for grabs on his shield, or just stop hitting his shield in the first place. But yeah, if you angled this up, it would have been fine.
That's okay. 171.
Alright, so this is probably over, right? Like, Jaice just runs away with it.
It's not
Nice nair.
Sado, it's Wolfpack.
Why? What? This would never hit. And now you're at the ledge against Peach, and you've killed yourself again.
Okay.
Oh, why would you do this? Again, I think, when you tried to get me to analyze, I think it was a different set. You wanted to ask, like, the difference between, like, the high-level player and the top-level player, and, like, at least at this level, you can see, like,
Not Wolfgang, Sado, it's Wolfpack.
high-level players or top-level players, like, top-level players will generally go for, like, consistent stuff and only go for reads when they have a read. High-level players, or, like, mid-level, or, like, low-level, do shit like this, where you're just, like, kind of swinging at thin air in the hopes that you get an early stock. And Wolf doesn't have to do this. He doesn't have to go for these crazy dares. He can just go for stuff like down smash or back air, because those moves kill early and they're safe. F smash as well kills early. It's relatively safe, instead of just doing this. Because, like, what did Jaice do in the end? I think he just did a neutral get up.
A lot of damage. I'll be glad that we lived that one.
It's not Wolfgang, Sado, it's Wolfpack.
Like, let's say, hypothetically, you go for a down smash read on his neutral get up. He probably dies and the games are even. Instead, you just kill yourself for no reason with a bad angle.
That was a 3% dead. That was 2 hits.
in the first place, like, even if you didn't kill yourself, you probably would have killed yourself anyway. You probably would have taken a lot of damage, rather. Also, you got a parry here, and then you jumped. Just want to double check, if that parry's not intentional, that means you're dropping shield before you actually press the jump button to jump out of shield in some scenarios. So, once again, he's also dead your shield and you've jumped. But just be aware that you might be jumping out of shield slower than you usually are, just because you've been letting go of the shield button before you input the jump. Again, like super aggressive full hop landing aerial.
If he seals this out, I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
And this is just hella over.
Jaice is staying rock solid.
Okay, stepping up the patience a little bit. One thing about Jaice as well is that he doesn't shield very much, so I feel like you could get in a lot more lasers, like with Fox against his Isabel. Okay, he's going for the hard reads. Like, he can just kind of do whatever he wants here.
Just chilling. I know you want this. I know you want this.
Nice. There we go. That's a bit more like Fox. But so Jaice has been swinging a lot actually. So you could probably just stay patient and chill and try and get him to tilt himself, but you're going like super in. And bad recovery. So, what's the takeaways from this? I feel like you're playing Wolf, at least like back when this set was happening, you're playing Wolf in a way where you're too enamored with the fact that he can press buttons and he's got fast airspeed. And because of that, you're going in when you don't need to. You're not actually playing neutral. And you're not really... Honestly, it might sound weird to say, but you're not really respecting Jaice. You're just swinging at him. You're constantly chasing him around. You're not giving him the respect that he deserves as the probably #1 player in Queensland right now. And you're just like not even trying to play neutral, you're just trying to go in at him. So I'd say just like give him some respect. Be like, this is a top player. I gotta play around his movements. I can't just fall for every single bait he does. And I mean, your Fox did okay, but once again, I feel like you didn't really get very much off your neutral wins. And when you were in disadvantage, you were just far too shaky and just did silly panic options. Also, your jumping out of shield all the time is literally killing you. So maybe stop doing that as much. Anyway, that was the first one. Moving on, Shitashi vs. Gus. So Shitashi asked me how to not get Gus asked me how to not get circle camped by Mega Man. Let's look into that because oh shit, they started right away. So my only experience against Shitashi was playing against him while drunk at Phantom, but it's kind of the same thing as Smash 4. Like, he's got better leaf shield, and that's kind of it. Oh, and forward air kills. Like, forward air killing and leaf shield are really like the only two things that are different about his gameplay.
PT against the Mega Man.
So if you want to not get camped by circle camped by Shitashi, don't take him to battlefield.
There's that trademark withdrawal that I long to footstool.
One thing about the leaf shield is that you should just like hold shield, and then when he jumps away, he kind of has to put himself in a bad position. Like when he's on a platform, you can probably chase him if you learn the timing, and then just punish him for free. Also, isn't this matchup like pretty bad? I know Leffen was complaining about it.
Oh, we've got the names backwards.
The names are backwards. There we go.
Okay, so that doesn't work. Apparently. Apparently the lemons stop withdraw, so that seems like pretty bad.
The names are backwards. There we go.
I don't know how Ivysaur deals with this matchup, but Ivysaur might be the bet.
Alright, I'm gonna ruin this halfway through.
Alright, good damage.
This is Shitashi. I'm gonna say
I think that should have been a forward air, but I don't know much about Pokemon Trainer.
Me too, almost a bit. And I would probably also say Gus.
Okay, so I don't know what this down air is with Squirtle, but it's probably not going to do very much. Right here, you stole his jump, and I feel like he has no choice but to either go, like he doesn't really have any good positions to put himself in. So if you read him going low, which you clearly did, I would have switched to Ivysaur first and just down aired him, and that probably would have been the stock. You would have been up 3 stocks to 2 on 27% and most likely been able to run away with the game.
And I would probably also say Gus, but that's lucky because that's his tag. So.
I really appreciate that with Gus and Ari.
Yeah, it's just their names.
Same as Shadru.
I've never seen this matchup.
Ooh, that should have been a back air. I think you did something different.
Yeah, it's just their names.
Same as Shadru.
I've never seen this.
Oh, you did an air. Honestly, like, I feel like Squirtle does okay. It's just a matter of, like, pressing advantage.
Squirtle.
So I feel like the strat should be withdraw again. I'm not sure about that. I feel like the strat should be win neutral with Squirtle, take, like, 1 or 2 of his options, and then just try and, like, fuck him with Ivysaur
He's doing
in disadvantage.
The confidence in which he's using withdrawal makes me believe your statement. But I have not
Oof.
seen it work yet.
Why would it be? Of course it works. Like,
I know, but I just haven't seen it work yet.
Went higher that time.
regrab. Oh no,
Interesting
gets up
choice.
straight into
Won't
it.
actually hit you if you don't.
Alright, we got Ivysaur. Oh, we got Charizard.
Oh, gets the ledge.
Like, surely this is not good, because how do you win neutral? Like, you kind of have to be Charizard right now, but how do you win neutral without using, like, Flavelets? Like, what does Charizard do? Okay, back to Squirtle.
Yeah,
Well, that beats that.
Squirtle's to go in this,
I just don't see Squirtle getting the kill. That's the
because normally Gus would have easily switched to a different Pokemon by now, and with Mega Man at 100%, he'd be looking for a kill against most characters. Maybe.
That's actually really cute, because it seems to beat most things now that I look at it, except for Lemons, I suppose.
Squirtle is his best
Um,
chance for a kill. But there's the switch.
Okay, I think you had the right idea with switching to Ivysaur, but he had too many of his resources. I actually want to ask, how does
Maybe he thinks
Crash Bomb interact with the Pokemon switch? Because if you can time the switch to avoid the Crash Bomb explosion and then go Ivysaur and possibly snipe him like that, I feel like that would have been the best play. But here, you were just a bit too slow, I think, and
switch, yeah.
a Shield Poke or a Shield Drop kind of let you lose that stock.
stopping at the bad time. At the bad time, you heard me right. You heard me right? Yep.
Oh no.
We all knew it was coming, right?
Yeah, Charizard seems pretty useless.
I mean, you gotta try it at least.
Back to
once.
Squirtle.
Back to Squirtle.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Immediately gets him off stage, so,
whoa. Was that my computer?
I mean,
It just, like, froze for a sec.
Back to Squirtle.
Okay, no, seems like it's the VOD.
Immediately gets him off stage, so.
Like, I'm guessing his goal is like, Squirtle, get him off stage.
Mm.
Just jumping over the withdrawal.
Yeah, you can't really kill him.
Finish this dish. How's a Razor Leaf go against these projectiles? That's what I want to know.
assume,
How do we end up in Battlefield against Chris? I'm sure.
Even the commentators know, like, why you're on Battlefield. Ooh, that's really bad.
Lots of players like
So Razor Leaf just, like, doesn't work.
Oh, I love Lemon.
honestly,
Ooh. I would've gone for up throw on top plat.
Then Chris decided to go in for some reason.
Shashi went high yet again.
coverage. That, you see a lot of that. Someone rolls.
Goes high yet again. I feel like he's going high a lot, and you're sort of missing the opportunity to call these out.
Bit antsy.
Now Squirtle again, and this is probably not going to go very well. Yeah, back to Ivysaur.
Oh no.
That.
Oh, got crash bombed. You could have just avoided this, I think,
Bears.
Little risk.
by if you just like hung there, then he can't really do anything about it. But
Oh no.
That.
I guess like that's fair, I guess.
I'm not sure what happened there. He just sort of fell.
I feel like, did he use the vine and then the
Did he think he
Oh
had
god, that's like 20%.
the crash bomber hit him?
Yeah, that's what happened. The crash bomber hit him, but he just fell afterwards. It looked like.
So Charizard just seems completely useless. Like he can't really accomplish anything, and you're at the percent where like Squirtle's hits don't combo and don't really do anything. So this is like, I feel like you've just let a couple of opportunities and advantage slip away from you. Mostly going from Squirtle to Ivysaur at opportune times in order to snipe him when he's off stage.
Yeah, but
Have they versed
Gus
us?
isn't just
Can we
anything.
get a head-to-head? Can we get a head-to-head, please?
I don't think that was before.
You're also getting hit by a lot of leaf shields. Grab?
Oh,
Yep.
that's
Alright.
strange.
Okay, back to Zard. Back to Squirtle.
Oh no.
It's
Double
good.
head-to-heads. Guys, we can only have one man
You could have got a lot more off of
in
that.
a chair. Yeah, they didn't play it. My vote is still Scrails, but
Well, that beat that. Okay, okay.
it's alright.
Squirtle's got some stuff.
Boys are only trying to help. Oh no. Oh.
Okay, we got damage, we got damage. This has been a... Oh god.
We've got a lot of
This has been a kind of a standstill for a little while.
by now. You know.
Ooh, we did the Poker Punch. I didn't know he actually, like, knew how to do that.
Versed each other probably by now. You know.
Yeah, Gus.
We're a good.
One thing I want to suggest as well with Squirtle, it feels like you can't really force anything too much. So you could try using the water gun, kind of like Flood. because if you just like sort of switch him up in neutral, like push him off stage, because he's constantly like retreating, he's constantly jumping around. So if you can snipe a couple of his jumps with the neutral B and just push him away from like off stage, off the ledge, then you might be able to like upset him in neutral like a bit more than usual. Like I haven't really seen any usage of the neutral B, and I feel like even though like you have it charged, but you just don't use it in neutral, and I think that's kind of questionable, especially since you don't have the range to really play the projectile game. Skipping.
Let's go.
Kalos. I guess this is fine, but it gives him more outs at the ledge. I'm not sure what Queensland's stage list is, but I probably would have gone to like a stadium, maybe? Maybe an FD. It's actually kind of hard to say. Like, he probably bans like Smashville, Lilat. I definitely wouldn't take him to like town or anything like that, at least. Alright, charging the water gun. Okay. Alright, took his jump. That's good. Oh, he just upbeat out of it. That's a bit of bad luck.
What's the name of the three Pokemon? Of course he does, because Donkey Kong doesn't deserve one. I don't think he knows that he can just stay on the edge there. He seems to pick an option real quick.
Maybe.
Alright, didn't let go, Alicia. Here I think is when it would have been a good opportunity to use neutral B, because you know he's going to jump away. So if you do like, I don't know, short hop neutral B or something towards him, you might push him into a really, really bad position.
Sneaky. Sorry. Chris is 100%. Wow, surprised me that. Chris is 100%.
Did he intentionally put Russ on the ledge there? Is that what I saw?
Nice, nice. Switch to Ivy. No, what are you going to do here? Like, Squirtle is not going to really accomplish anything. You really, really, really need to switch to Ivy when you've got him off stage. Like, he's so far off stage. Threaten anything. Threaten a back air gimp. Threaten, I don't know, like down air, obviously. But you really, really, really need to know when to switch from Squirtle to Ivysaur to capitalize on your neutral wins. What?
He's busy charging it. I'll get you next time. Does he maintain charge between character swaps?
Ooh, he could have done the up tilt.
No idea. I would assume not, to be honest.
They maintain stale.
Oh, wow, you sort of run.
That's not good.
They maintain
Crash bomb on the ledge.
Oh, he should have killed you there. Oh, you should have killed, maybe not killed him there, but you should have got a grab there.
They maintain
Crash bomb on the ledge.
Yeah, he got the raid.
Fell out of the last hit of back air. That would have been the kill.
Oh no.
That's so big. And he just read you there. There wasn't like if he's shielding, you can't really just do that. This felt like a very, very autopilot get up option. And even then, you didn't have to drift that far into him. You probably could have drifted a little way back and maybe avoided the hit, but I doubt it.
Gus looking a little discouraged. You know what, Gus, you're doing better than last time. So it's all about learning. We're all going to learn together.
Nice.
I think Charizard might be a better option.
With the
Nice.
that just go straight
Nice. That was good.
through everything.
Yeah, like that. He gets a stop there, alright.
I guess Charizard's not too bad as long as you have invincibility, but...
And then hopefully you get the little in and you get your easy 50% and then I beat Charizard.
You don't really need to fuck with Shitashi when he's up here. A lot of people just chase him when he's doing these, like, silly down airs. And, like, you don't really need to go this hard, because he's going to do it for one. And he also, like, a lot of the time, just 3% for him. Most of the time, if you just keep center stage, you'll put yourself in a better position than trying to, like, chase his down airs. Because, like, you took 15% for that, and what would he get in return? Like, what would you get in return? Like, one up air? It's not worth it.
Not neutral.
Maybe if you get an edge guard situation.
There we go. See, you didn't chase him and you got a punish. You didn't get much of it. You probably could have, but you kind of retreated for some reason.
If you get an edge guard situation, Charizard,
Oh, you did an up tilt and it missed.
maybe your best bet. Just for the power of the attacks, you know. One might do it as opposed to having
Went high again.
time with Squirtle.
Alright. Honestly, Squirtle seems to do the best in neutral by far. Just because his buttons are so good. That was good.
Potentially happening. He's not going to fall for it.
Why did you charge the Neutral Bee here instead of going to Ivysaur. Once again, like, what has the Neutral Bee done for you? I've sort of recommended using it in neutral, but you kind of just use it to push him a bit further off stage and then don't capitalize on it.
Once again, gets clipped by Leaf Shield, stuffs his edge guard attempt. Man.
Also, I should say, you have the lead here. You have like a 40% lead. Once again, like I was saying against Jaice, just because you're playing against a campy character, a character that usually you have to approach against, doesn't mean you should always be approaching all of the time. Sometimes you have to sit back, you have to test his patience, you have to say, hey, I'm going to be an annoying Squirtle and jump around and threaten to make you approach. Like, especially if you do something like, I don't know, like catch one of his middle blades, then he just loses more options.
The little Mega Man
That's cute.
that interrupt your flow and your offense and things like that. Anytime you try and get something started, he just sort of chips you out.
I wouldn't, yeah, I was gonna say, I wouldn't stay Charizard for more than what you've done now.
The best and worst things about versing Mega Man.
Yeah, especially on states like this, you don't really have a platform to mix up your like vertical approach.
These withdrawals have not worked since game 1.
The withdrawal approach is not working anymore.
No, there you go. There you go.
Chris is just jumping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. And you died off the top.
Chris is just jumping.
Yeah.
Just seemed like you weren't ready for that, especially when you took your jump.
About even. I did not realize that until now.
They were, yeah, it was pretty even.
Alright, what can you do? Oh, close. What did you go for here? I didn't quite see.
It was pretty even.
This could be it.
Oh, up smash. That would never work. Again, it's sort of like what Brenton did, where you just went for a hard read. Essentially for no reason. You went for a hard read just for the sake of it because you have to get the kill. But if you just play neutral and like get him off stage and go for like a down air, that's way more easier than relying on that, especially like he got you hit. You lost neutral because you went for that hard read and now you've taken like 30%.
Back air? Yeah.
That was unlucky.
Hugs the
I would
boss.
have stayed Charizard, but I'm the player, so it's fine.
Oh, that's janky.
Just hold still.
Again, yeah, you keep dropping shield when he does leaf shield.
That easy, right? He definitely like got a shield.
Yeah.
You need to react better to the fact that he's doing leaf shield. That was so jank.
Yeah, do it again.
That's interesting.
And here he's just built up so much damage already, and like, I don't think going to Charizard was really the play here. But again, you've kind of, like, once you get him to this percent, Squirtle doesn't work, Ivysaur doesn't work, so stop dropping shield on that.
Get up attack. You could definitely up
Ooh.
if you catch on to, if you get a read on when he's going to try and go for that.
You've kind of gotten a bit unlucky with the Charizard here, but at the same time, what can you do?
Yeah, Gus just looks very
And dead. See, again, like with the thing, like that was the difference between you doing the Ivysaur up smash and him doing this F smash, was that his F smash, like, it wasn't a hard read at all. It was simply like, it looks like a hard read because you rolled into it, but that would have covered probably neutral get up, probably get up attack. It was just good coverage rather than fishing too hard for a kill.
That's right, you got one more.
Now, I know Gus said that he swapped to Mario, I think,
Absolutely.
and to just ignore the Mario game.
I feel that that's going to do you a world of good.
There must be like another game after this though, so he must have won one.
He's thinking about it.
Okay, so he's gone Mario.
Alright, let's go. Chris hangs his head.
Do you-
I don't think
Oh no,
Chris
they
is
picked the wrong stage.
Mario, so
He's got a reflector.
it's not-
I'm just gonna skip through this because I kind of do want to look at this, but
It's the exact same.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why did it look so weird to me just then?
'Cause it's
oh my god, it goes for like 6 minutes.
So it is a different animation.
Then what?
Than Mario, Dr. Mario's.
No, it's the exact same.
Holy sh! How long did this game go for? I mean, not that long for a Shitashi game, but
Nearly got it.
yeah, it wasn't close. So, I think I'll leave it at that then. From what I can tell, you need to get more used to cycling through the Pokemon in order to maintain advantage. Your Squirtle was actually doing pretty well in winning neutral, like you pressured him pretty well, but you couldn't get the kill because you were too insistent on staying Squirtle rather than switching to the character with kill moves. Instead of Charizard at Hyper Sense, I would have liked to see more Ivysaur. I don't think you really gave her a proper chance. You just kind of like threw Razor Leaf a couple times and got punished for it, or got it beat out by the Middle Blade, and then just went back to Charizard. So I think even though like it might be a bad matchup, Ivysaur's still probably the best character of the three. So I feel like this is very much like a Squirtle plus Ivysaur kind of matchup. And I would, yeah, like I said, staying Squirtle, I can agree with that, at least in neutral. But I feel like one definitely should have gone to Ivysaur way more to capitalize on his offstage, like when you had him off stage, and two, give it a shot in neutral. You know, like if he's at 160%, what's more likely to get a hit, Charizard or Ivysaur? Honestly, like by the looks of things, probably Ivysaur. Realistically, more likely to get a grab or like, I don't fucking know, a Randy downer or a Randy up air. Like, just when he's like platform camping, you swap to Ivysaur and at least threaten up airs, you know? Because that's a great kill move. And it's pretty safe as well. Like, you can shark the platforms with your up air without him sort of needing to, like let's go back to this. I'm just going to try and find one of the, like, when he's on the platform, like on the Kalos platform, just go Ivysaur and threaten up airs or something, because Charizard wasn't working clearly. Squirtle obviously can't kill for shit, so I just feel like it's kind of a missed opportunity. But yeah, overall, I suppose that's about all I have to say. It mainly came down to once you got him like past 100% or so, you just really struggled with Squirtle, and I feel like you just need to know like when it's okay to switch. Alright, I think that's about it, so I'm going to end this video here. How long is it? 46 minutes. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm stopping. Goodbye, until next time.